Good morning, Tuesday the 1st of August, and I'm standing in front of Belfast City Hall, and there's tourists here waiting for tour buses and such like. And Belfast City Hall is a prestigious building, and there's memorials to a lot of different groups and peoples in the grounds of City Hall. All sorts of statues dotted about the place to people from the past, and then round the far side here we have the Titanic Memorial, and here's the memorial to William Joseph McGuinness, the only recipient of the VC from Northern Ireland over the whole length and breadth of the Second World War. And this is a small memorial to those who fought in World War II from America and UK. I'm sure there are other memorials dotted around the place. There's plenty in town centres and such like. But this is Belfast City Hall. Where the great and the good and the suited and the booted councillors all make decisions about the daily lives of people in this city. And this is the massive commemoration to the victims of the Titanic that were lost, their lives were lost in 1912, and there's quite a number here listed. From memory, I simply can't remember the exact numbers, and it's right that they should be remembered. And I'm in Adelaide Street, and this is what Belfast City Council have chosen to spend taxpayers' hard-earned money on. Thousands upon thousands of pounds were spent placing these monstrosities in Adelaide Street. This is supposed to be street furniture. Get away. It's do you know what the whole idea of this is, of course? Is to stop people parking and availing of free parking. Is this a good way to spend taxpayers' money? Well, I've moved around into what is known as Jubilee Gardens, and I'm next door to the Albert Clock. And this is, generally speaking, a wasteland. Very, very few people come here. It's a well-known haunt of drinkers and druggies. I mean, that's the long, the tall and the short of it. It's beside High Street Parish Church, one of the most prestigious churches in the city centre, and one of the most historic. I have videoed inside it. And right in front of me, you are looking at the only memorial to those who lost their lives through no fault of their own over the years of 1976, or over the years from 1969, when our troubles began, to 1976. And this is the only Belfast Troubles Memorial, the only one. And what does it look like? It looks like a boarded piece or a bricked up piece of wall. This is a travesty. This is a disgrace. This is just an insult to all those people who lost loved ones during our troubles. And Belfast City Council deems it fit to put up sculptures like the onion rings at Corn Market that is not associated with Belfast in any shape or form and cost well over £100,000, I'm sure. They can put up street furniture, they can put up this and that, they can put up sculptures to all sorts, and this is all that they can do to remember the Troubles victims of Belfast and beyond. 1,800 people from Belfast, as far as I know, and then there were another. In total, there were 3,500 people who died during our troubles. Now, over at Titanic, or over at Belfast City Hall, Titanic victims are well remembered. World War I victims are remembered, and World War II and other wars. And this is what we have to remember the dead of our troubles. This is a disgrace. And imagine bringing tourists to see this in this little backwater. This isn't a prominent position in the city. Why isn't this sculptor, or whatever it is, this array of postage stamps, names, why isn't this in the City Hall? Why isn't it even in the City Hall grounds? Well, you ask me. I don't know. Maybe they wanted to hide it away. That's probably the answer. Maybe they were ashamed of the exploits of some of these people that ruined life for so many people in Belfast. This is periodically discovered by members of DC Tours, who, to their credit, have come here and cleaned the artefact up whenever it's been graffitied over. You know, it's just dreadful, and it's hidden away. I ask, and I've done a video on this before last year. You might remember that if you're subscribed. And I'll do another one next year, because I want to shame Belfast City Hall. Is this the best that Belfast can do to remember our troubles dead? There isn't even a plaque up beside it telling us what it is. How are people to know anything? An educational plaque? Nothing. It's just a series of numbers. This is nuts. And I'm not trying to condemn the Dublin architect, Richard Ballock, because he probably carried out exactly what he was supposed to carry out. This was his brief. But here it is, in beside the rubbish, confined to the bin of the memory of Belfast City Council. Out of sight, out of mind. And nobody comes to this. There's no commemorations, there's no marches or anything up to this. This is a scandal, and I'm sick of it. But the great and the good in Belfast City Council know better. It disgusts me that people can be treated like this or dead. Could you see America? You know, what happened in 9/11 was horrible, but the people that died, the brave people that died, are remembered in absolutely, brilliant sculptures and information plaques and everything else, and they're prominently displayed. Look at this. This is Belfast. Wow. It's disgusting.